take it as I naught. Okay. In the curve, this constant value will take it as I naught. By the by, this I naught, we call it a reverse saturation current. We call it a reverse saturation current. So whatever current we are getting, call it reverse saturation current. Why reverse saturation current? Because diode is under reverse pass condition. Why saturation current? Current is almost constant. It is constant for that reason. Is this clear? But note, this won't be in milliamps. This will be in micro or nanoamps. I naught will be in micro or nanoamps. Right? I'm not going to get a shoot up value in the current. Current remains almost more or less constant. Is this fine? Is this fine? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, let me put a question. Under reverse pass condition, can we increase the voltage to any value? Can we raise the voltage to any value?
Yes, sir.
Current is not going to see, you can see here, the current remains almost constant and the current is also very less. So can I keep increasing the reverse potential value V?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Will it
Yes,
create
sir.
any
Yes,
issue?
sir.
According to me, definitely it is going to create an issue. What is that? Again, we'll go back to the basic. What is power?
V into I.
V into I. I is almost constant. It is also less. It is in micro or nanoamps. But what about the voltage? Am I rising the voltage V?
Yes, sir.
So will P remain constant or will it start rising?
So it will increase.
Right?
It will rise.
It keeps rising. As I increase the voltage V, I is almost constant, I told. I also mentioned that current I will be in micro or nanoamps. So no issue. From I side, I'm not going to face any issue. But since I'm increasing V, the product V into I will also rise. Are you getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if I go to 100, 200 or some hundreds of volts, power value will rise. And what is going to happen if power rises?
Heat is dissipated.
Damages the device.
So you're going to spoil the device. So this value, what happens? Ultimately, what happens? You reach a value where, right, you're going to spoil the diode in the sense diode gets heated up and you find the current will rise. The current will rise something like this. Do you know what is this phenomena? In 12th, you might have studied.
Avalanche breakdown.
Avalanche breakdown, exactly. So understand what is an avalanche breakdown? See, current is not rising. I'm increasing the voltage. So because of that, the power value rises. And finally, because see, the diode is under reverse pass condition. So current is not going to shoot up. But since you're raising the voltage, power rises and ultimately the device will get heated up. And that leads to avalanche breakdown. I hope you have followed this.
Yes, sir.
So that
Sir,
means,
sir, can
yeah.
you scroll down
Yeah.
a bit? I want to copy something.
Yeah, can you repeat?
Can you scroll down, sir, a bit?
I'm explaining the graph, no? Why you want me to scroll it down?
Sir, 1 minute. I want to check something. 1 minute.
You want to note down, huh?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, just wait. Let me explain this graph, no, characteristics. Yeah. So this finally leads to avalanche breakdown. So ultimately, what I want to convey here is on either sides, positive x-axis or negative x-axis, we can't keep increasing the voltage, external battery potential. What happens when we are moving along positive x-axis? current shoots up. Current shoots up, power will shoot up. And you're going to spoil the device. Negative x-axis, when I reverse pass the diode and I'm moving along negative x-axis, if I keep increasing the voltage, current is almost constant, but the voltage keeps rising. So what happens? Again, the device get heated. So like this, on either sides, positive x-axis or along negative x-axis, I can't keep increasing the. So you're going to spoil the device if you try to do that. So I am interested in this because as an engineer, I must know the prescribed limit of voltage or current when we use the device. Is this point clear?
So just a second, how did the current increase in the reverse bias condition? Like
Because it gets short circuited, no? When you keep increasing, power increases. Ultimately, when it catches fire, it is like a short, no?
Okay.
So short circuit means you're going to spoil the device, right?
Yes, I got it.
Yeah. Any other issues?
No, sir.
Okay. We'll not spoil our head. What is that avalanche breakdown? Those physics phenomena and all, we are not. We are, see, as an engineer, I again and again I'm repeating, repeatedly I'm telling, we are interested in the voltage and the current. I just want to know what value of voltage or what value of current can flow through the diode. Fine?
Yes.
Is this clear? Yeah. So, okay, one fellow wanted me to scroll it down. Yeah, is it visible now? Somebody asked me to scroll it down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. You can just note down whatever you want. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next, what we'll try to understand here is let me write here. This characteristic curve, what we are getting, right? This variation, it is found, again, let me write here, under forward bias condition, under forward biased condition, comma, let me write here, the current variation is, what type of variation is? It is found, we can derive it also, it is found to be exponential. Please make a note of this. It is found to be exponential. So the variation what we are getting, no? This is once it crosses, if you want, let me write in the bracket, V greater than Vx. So once it crosses a barrier potential greater than Vx, the variation is found to be exponential. Is it fine? Reverse bias, need not worry, almost more or less constant, I naught. We call it saturation current, reverse saturation current. Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So with this, let me write the diode current equation. So with this, let me write the diode current equation. So diode current equation, it is given by I equal to I naught. I'll explain what is this. I'm not going to derive it. I'll just explain. Exponential e raised to power, this is exponential, V by eta Vt minus 1. Again, I repeat, diode current equation ID. If you want, let me write D in the suffix. ID is equal to I naught exponential V by eta Vt minus 1. Now, what is this I naught? I naught I have already defined what it is, reverse saturation current. What is V? V is external battery potential. External battery potential. So whatever external battery we are connecting, the potential of that battery is V. Vt, this we call it volt equivalent temperature. This we call it volt equivalent temperature.
Sir, are these still the observations that you are telling us, or is this a new topic?
New topic in the sense, see this variation, what I have drawn, no? I am defining that variation. I am writing an equation for that variation. I am putting it in mathematical form.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that's what I'm trying to explain here. Under forward bias condition, the current variation is found to be exponential if V crosses Vx. Is it fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now this volt Vt stands for volt equivalent temperature and is given by, you can just note down, T by 11,600. 11,600 units will be in volts. Unit will be in volts. Now you'll be wondering what is this term. So this term we get when we derive an equation for the diode. When we try to derive an equation for the diode, we get this term. Now the denominator term 11,600, this contains what I can say constants like Boltzmann constant, all those values when we derive equation, right? So for that reason, I'm getting this term. Now, why we are getting this term? Anybody in the class? Why we are getting this term in the derivation? Any idea? Any guess?
Sir, as in why the temperature is there?
See,
Or
diode is
because
a
of the heat that is coming out of the current.
exactly. So diode is a semiconductor device. Is it sensitive to temperature?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Is
due to
some
that
resistance
sensitivity,
to current. So
so due to that sensitivity, right? When I take into account the temperature also while deriving the equation, I get this term. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Just remember this. VT stands for volt equivalent temperature, T by 11,600. The units won't be in Kelvin. Many students they get confused with this. Since I have written T by 11,600, since temperature T it is in Kelvin, they take the unit of VT as Kelvin. It is in volts. It is volt equivalent temperature. Fine. Eta is a constant. Eta is a constant. This also we get this particular this thing term in the equation due to again temperature variation and taking into account the external battery potential. With all these things we get this entire equation. In this again eta, it's a constant. For silicon it is 2. Just note it down. For germanium it is 1. We are not interested in derivation. Repeatedly I am telling. I am only interested in how to use this equation. If you are interested in derivation, you can refer physics text. You will get this thing, derivation of this.
sir, so while we are solving this, will we like just be given values and we have to take out some value out of this equation, or would there be some manipulation?
Yes. See, it's like I'll just explain. Let me explain this equation. Okay. I'm just defining all the terms in this. Right? You give me some time, I'll explain this equation. What is this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Roughly I will explain. I will not derive it, but I will make sure that you understand this equation. Okay. So within this equation, what is V? V is external battery potential. What is VT? Volt equivalent temperature. What is eta? It's a constant. Constant, 1 for germanium and 2 for silicon. Just remember this. I think you're going to get a formula book. Going to get a formula book where all these equations will be mentioned. You need not by heart this or remember this. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Okay.
what we are expecting from you, how you are going to use this equation when we, if I ask some numerical problem, or say if I ask you to design something, how you are going to use this equation? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I naught I have not written because it is a reverse saturation current. We already know this. Okay. Can I split this and write like this? I naught e raised to power V by eta Vt minus I naught. Can I write it like this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if V is positive, and if it is rising, right? Will I get a value of e raised to power something? Will it be very high? And the product of this, will it be much greater than I naught? Can I write I naught e raised to power V by eta Vt will be much greater than I naught?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If that is the case, what will be the diode current? Will it be I naught e raised to power V by eta Vt? Neglecting I naught?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you understand what is this term?
Mention.
Is this an exponential variation what we are getting when we forward bias a diode?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it this variation?
Yes, sir.
You understand? So the first term in the diode current equation is for forward biased condition. For forward biased condition. And for that I have taken V positive. V I have taken it as positive. V is positive. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
I have taken V as positive. I'm sorry, this one. We have taken it as positive. Now, let me take V negative. Let me take V, if V is negative, and if I keep increasing negative value, e raised to power minus something. So will I get I naught e raised to power minus something, because V is negative now, V by eta Vt, will it be much less than I naught?
Yes, sir.
If V is negative and if it is increasing? For example, if V value is infinity, just to make you understand, I'm taking, it's not possible. If V is infinity, e raised to power minus infinity is how much?
0.
0. So will it be much less than I naught?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If that is the case, what is the diode current I'm going to get?
I know.
Minus I naught.
Yes, sir.
Because this first quantity minus the second term. It is first term minus second term. So will I get minus I naught?
Yes.
Are we getting minus I naught under reverse bias condition? Is this minus I naught? Am I along negative y axis?
Yes, sir.
You understand? So the entire variation of diode, the entire VI characteristics of diode is in this equation, this entire equation. All of you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if you ask me what is the second term in the equation, what is the second term in the equation? Second term is nothing but reverse bias. Reverse bias. V is negative. So this is for reverse bias. Let me write RB. The first term in the diode current equation is for forward bias condition. The second term, this is for reverse bias condition. Since both contains I naught, I have taken I naught outside the bracket. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
but in the forward bias condition, how will we get I naught?
Under forward bias condition,
So I naught, the value of I naught we get only when the
it is
diode
not just
in-
I naught. No, it is I naught multiplied by e raised to power v by eta vt is the this thing variation. It is not just I naught. Now, why you get this I naught? It is when you derive the equation, you will understand.
Okay.
Okay. So I have not see, that's why I told I'm not going to derive it, but I can explain the significance of this equation. Are you getting it? I'm trying to interpret this equation. What is this?
Yes.
By looking at the curve. So the equation says the first term is for forward bias, second term is for reverse bias condition. Is this fine?
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Sir, is volt equivalent temperature always to be assumed positive, even if V is negative?
Volt equivalent temperature.
Is it always to be assumed positive, even if the V is negative?
V is external battery, no?
No, no, sir, we have taken two cases, right? We have taken one where V is positive.
Exactly. So wait. V is this battery potential. Okay. Is it okay? V is the battery potential. Is this
Yes.
fine? Yeah. Vt is nothing to do with the battery potential. Vt is something to do with temperature. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So don't get confused with external battery and Vt. Vt has nothing to do with V. V is the external biasing this thing what we are applying, forward or reverse bias, external battery. Vt is nothing but the term I am getting due to variation in the temperature. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. It all depends on the temperature. Suppose I take a diode and use it for some application. Okay. In, say, for example, in Delhi, I'm going to use a diode. In the month of May, what you expect the temperature? Will you expect 40 plus? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Will you expect 40 plus temperature in the month of May? Suppose I operate the diode in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Yes. The same diode, if I operate it in the month of December in Delhi, what you are expecting temperature? January or December? Somewhere in the
5
range
or
of
10, sir.
5 to 10.
5 to 10. Yes, sir.
So, as an engineer, what I am going to check? As engineers, what we are going to check?
IV characteristics of diode.
ID, okay, VI characteristics. Second, when we design a circuit, will it operate at 40 plus? Will it work? Will it work when the temperature drops to 5 to 10? The same circuit has to work when the temperature drops to 5 to 10. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Suppose I use a circuit in our mobile phone. Mobile phone, will you keep carrying to different places? When you keep carrying it to different places, suppose you take it from Delhi to Manipal. Here the temperature is completely different, but the same circuit has to work. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If the circuit is creating issues, you are going to throw away your mobile phone. You'll say the mobile phone company, whatever they are manufactured, or that company phone is not good. Yes or no? So
Yes.
as engineers, this is a challenging task. He has to make the circuit to work under all temperature condition. So usually what they do is, industrial this thing standards, if you ask me, usually they make it to work from minus 50 to say plus 50. 50 to 60, I think, plus 60, 50 plus. So this they will ensure the circuit is going to work when the temperature varies from -50 to +50.
Sir, we have written when forward bias and reverse bias, like, oh, sorry, forward bias, V is negative and V is positive. How do we know the difference between that and that whole term, like I naught e raised to V by eta, that thing? The difference between.
For example, under forward bias condition, right? Suppose I say in the problem, I give a problem where external battery is 1 volt. You tell me whether it is forward or reverse bias.
Sir, forward was
V is
positive.
positive. Is it forward bias or reverse bias?
Sir, forward.
Current, and the external battery is -1. Now,
Reverse bias.
Reverse. No, sir, I wanted to ask this, that when we are right, sir, you have written here, right, that this whole term, I naught raised to e raised to v, that thing. Sir, I'm asking how do we know the difference between that and the I naught would be so big that we can neglect the I naught in the first case, or
exactly.
why?
See, it is not I'm going to neglect. I'm going to take I naught. See, what I'm trying to explain here is, suppose I give 1 volt. When I give 1 volt, e raised to power v by eta vt minus 1, will I get a term much greater than 1?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes. That means, can I write almost? This is not exactly equal to. Can I write this is diode current is almost equal to this? Okay, let me change it. Can I write almost equal to this?
Yes, sir, almost equal to, yes.
So,
Sir, because
yeah.
that e raised to v by eta vt, that term could be like 3 point something, so it would be around twice that thing, no? That's why I was asking that.
See, what I am trying to convey here is, if I keep increasing v value, I get e raised to power something much greater than 1. So
Yes, sir.
I write diode current almost equal to this, means what I am trying to convey here is the variation will be exponential under forward bias. That's it. Nothing
Okay,
else.
sir, okay. Got your point.
Okay, I am not getting into the derivation of that, how we got that I naught term and all those things. But if I straight away write this, will you understand what I have written?
No, sir. I got
No.
your explanation. Yes, sir.
So just to convey that, I explain this, nothing else. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other doubts? Okay. Now, this is very important. Under forward bias condition, I told the diode is conducting and there is a prescribed limit. I can't cross certain value of voltage. If we try to cross, we are going to spoil the device. Next, important this thing. Observation. Can we find resistance of this variation? Is it possible to find resistance? See, why I am finding all these things, you will understand maybe in another 5-10 minutes. Okay. So first we'll try to find all these parameters. Then I will explain the significance of these parameters. Why I'm interested in this. Okay. Yeah. Can you find the resistance of this variation? Anybody in the class? If I ask you to find the resistance, is it possible?
Sir, of which thing?
My question is, can we find the resistance of the variation, diode current variation?
No, sir.
Sir, can we take the slope and then do 1 upon the slope?
Exactly. So, resistance, you know, it is valid only in which region? It is valid in linear region. Am I correct? As per Ohm's law,
Yes.
what is
Yes,
resistance? What is resistance as per Ohm's law? Current
Divided
by
linear variation.
it's a linear variation. So always when we find resistance, we check the linear region of the curve. We are always interested in the linear region of the curve. It's not that in the variation, if the variation is like exponential here, If it is a curve variation, we are not, it's not that we are not going to get resistance, we will get. But as per Ohm's law, the resistance, whenever we calculate, we understand if the current variation is proportional to V, then we can find the resistance. Yes or no? Now, this is under the condition, Ohm's law, please don't forget, under certain temperature, under constant temperature. Ohm's law is valid. What is Ohm's law? If I try to vary V, the current variation, what we are going to get is a linear variation under constant temperature. Don't forget this. If temperature is varying, this will also vary. Under constant temperature, if I vary V, I'm going to get a linear variation for I. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now, in this exponential part, I will take this part where I find the curve is almost linear. Am I correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So, if I try to find the slope of this, is it possible to get resistance?
Yes, sir.
So what is the slope of this? Suppose this point is say I2, and say this point is say I1. This one is I1, and say this is I2. Corresponding to I2, the voltage is say V2, and this voltage is say V1. So what is the slope? Anybody in the class, what is the slope?
I1 minus I2.
I1 minus I2 upon V2 minus V1. V1 minus V2.
I1 minus I2 divided by
V1 minus V2.
V1 minus V2. All agree with this? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I write, if this I1 minus I2, if it is a very small quantity, can I write it as delta I by delta V?
Yes, sir.
If the difference is small, can I write it as delta I by delta V? Yes. Now,
Yes.
what is resistance?
V equal to IR.
No. What is resistance? Is it V by I, no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So can I write resistance of this variation as inverse of the slope?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Is it delta V by delta I? All of you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is how we find the resistance of this variation. Resistance of this variation. So what is the resistance? It is actually inverse of the slope. In the sense, if you ask me, let me write it here. Whatever I explained, the resistance from the curve, whatever we calculated, the resistance, we define it as R is equal to delta V upon delta I. Delta V upon delta I. Change in the voltage divided by the change in the current. And what do you expect this resistance value? What do you expect this resistance value? Just check the curve. What do you expect this value?
So it should be very low.
It should be very low because diode is conducting, no? If a device is conducting, will you get high resistance or low resistance?
Low resistance.
Low, sir.
Resistance. So let me write here. Under forward biased condition, under FP I'll write. FP stands for forward biased. Under forward biased condition, right? This resistance value R, which is equal to RF, just to understand that we have forward biased diode, I use suffix RF. Okay. Under forward bias condition, R equal to RF will be low. It will be very low.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, so how steep does the graph go when it's a superconductor? how steep does the graph go when it's a superconductor? Because
Let me-
the resistance value will be even lower.
Exactly. So that I will explain.
So
That's
does it
why I
like
told,
tend towards straight line or something?
yeah, I see. You have to wait for that. What I
Yeah.
told just now, what I mentioned. First,
Yeah.
I'm going to define all the parameters, and then I'm going to explain the significance of that. Okay. Hello, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So allow me to define. See, straight away, if I write delta V by delta I, many of you will start asking questions, how we are getting this. So let me define it no first. Let me make you understand what I am defining here. What is delta V by delta I, what I have taken, all those things. Unless I explain, you may not understand. Okay. Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, what about the slope under reverse bias condition?
So it should be
Zero.
infinite.
0. So what you are expecting the resistance value?
0.
Infinity.
Huh?
Infinity.
Infinite, sir.
So,
Infinite.
yes. So I'll write under RB, reverse bias condition. Under reverse bias condition, R, which I will take it as R suffix RR. Reverse bias, R suffix RR. Okay. This value will be very high. Very high. Reason? What is the reason? Because let me
So,
write in the brackets
Our
slope.
slope is 0 and it is the inverse
Yeah,
of the slope.
slope is almost equal to 0. Almost I'll write equal to 0. Is it okay? So understand, when we use a diode in a circuit, forward bias condition, practically I may get resistance in ohms. Practically I'm telling, we may get resistance in ohms. But under reverse bias condition, we may get practically resistance value either in kilo ohms or mega ohms, high value, practically. Okay. Theoretically, if you ask me theoretically, ideally speaking, RF value must be, what should I write? Ideally 0. Am I correct?
yes, sir.
Ideal variation, if I take resistance, because once a diode conducts, I must not get any resistance, no? Ideally, it must act like a switch. To turn on the switch, current should be maximum, means resistance must be 0. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. But under reverse bias condition, if you ask me, ideally speaking, ideally, what do you expect? Resistance value to be
Infinity.
infinity. Ideally, infinity. So this is ohms will be practically, kilo ohms or mega ohms will be in practical case, right? I haven't mentioned here. You can just make a note. Practically, it will be in ohms for forward bias. For reverse bias, it will be in kilo ohms or mega ohms. Ideally, forward bias 0, reverse bias infinity. Fine. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So with this, now I explain the actual requirement. Why I defined all these things. The reason behind defining all these parameters, I'll explain. Before that, let me draw the symbol, diode symbol. Anybody in the class? I hope you know this. The symbol in the circuit, whenever we draw diode, this is the symbol we are going to use. Right? The left side is anode or the P type. The right side is cathode or the N. So this is P type. The left side is P, right side is N semiconductor. N type semiconductor. Is it okay? We'll not take it as anode, cathode and all. Those things we need not spoil your head now. We'll take it as P type and N type. Left side is P, right? We draw an arrow and then right side This is N. Okay. Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
This is actually indicating the flow of current, conventional current. Electrons are moving from N to P. So current will be from P to N. Am I correct? Conventional current flow.
Yes, sir.
So it's like an arrow. Fine. Okay. Now, my question is, can we model this? Is it possible to model a diode? In the sense, what is a model? Can we draw electrical equivalent circuit of the diode? Model means electrical equivalent. It can be diode, it can be transistor, or it can be any device. So if I want to model a device, basically in electronics, modeling a device is nothing but drawing electrical equivalent of the device. Electrical equivalent circuit of the device. Is it possible? So let me again draw the variation. This is the variation what we are getting. Under forward bias condition, till certain value, diode is not going to conduct. Say Vx, I've taken this as Vx. And after that, the current shoots up and we found it is exponential variation. Is it possible to model this? Can I draw equivalent circuit of diode like this? I'll just erase this part. Modeling a diode is, I'm drawing the equivalent circuit of the diode. Can I draw it like this? If you find it difficult, please stop me and ask.
Sir, I can't relate to this graph, sir. I can't relate to this graph.
Huh?
I'm not able to relate to this graph.
What you're not unable? Why you're unable to relate to this thing graph? What is
Sir,
wrong?
Sir, I'm not getting the concept of the graph, sir. Here, like the graph, I'm going blank here.
I've already explained, no? Under forward
Sir,
bias
just what you did above, you're drawing the same thing here.
Exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Under forward bias condition, till V equal to Vx, diode is not going to conduct. After Vx, it shoots up exponentially.
Okay, sir.
Same thing I have drawn. Again, otherwise I have to again scroll it up and show. For that reason, I have drawn it here. Anyhow, so diode equivalent circuit I'm trying to draw here. Can I draw it like this? Please concentrate and listen. If suppose, if I get a variation like this, okay, I'll make it very simple. If I get a variation like this, try to understand this variation. Till Vx, the diode, the device is not conducting. Exactly at Vx, the current shoots up. The current shoots up. Can we draw equivalent of this variation?
Sir.
What is the voltage drop across the diode? If I connect an external battery to this,
Vx.
So this, if I connect an external battery, till Vx, the diode is not conducting. So after Vx, the current shoots up. Current shoots up. It is not exponential. Simply, it is tending to infinity. It is tending to infinity. So can I draw diode equivalent like this?
Yes, sir.
This is Vx. The voltage drop across the diode, right? And once it crosses Vx, the diode shoots up. I'm sorry, the current shoots up. This is the equivalent of the diode. Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Suppose instead of this type of variation, instead of getting this type of variation, if the variation is like this, now I'll erase the first this thing variation. Now
So then Vi will have linear variation.
Till Vx, the diode is not conducting.
It's like
No
a
issue.
resistor.
After that, the same device, is it acting as a resistor?
Yes, sir.
Is the device, try to understand this, is the device acting as a resistor? Means what?
Yes,
What
sir.
is a resistor? Again, those who are not followed, those who are finding it difficult, suppose I take a component, example, I take a component, any component, you forget this diode, just to make you understand, I take a component, okay? And to this component, say this component is a 2-terminal component. It has got 2 terminals. I'll take this as 1 and 2. Okay, 2 terminals. To this component, I will apply V. I'll apply some potential between these 2 terminals of the component. I'll apply some potential V. And I'm going to find what is the current flowing through the component. Practically, I'm telling, take a component which has got 2 terminals, apply a potential between those 2 terminals, and try to find what is the current flowing through the component. Means keep varying this V, and try to plot the variation of I. Suppose I get a variation like this. This is my V variation. This is the current that is going to flow through the component. At point 1, I say I get a current of 0.1 milliamp. At 0.2 volts, say I get a current of 0.2 milliamps. At 0.3 volts, say I'm getting a current of 0.3 milliamps. Is it a linear variation? Is it a linear variation?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I ask you what is this component? By looking at the curve, can you tell me what is this component?
Resistor.
Resistor. Because resistor, we know from Ohm's law, the behavior of resistor is like this. When you keep varying the voltage, the current varies linearly. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here also, suppose instead of drawing exponential, if I approximately take it like this, approximately I'm telling, like this, what is this variation indicating? This variation is indicating that the device is acting as a
Resistor.
resistor. Now we know till Vx the current is 0. So if I apply a battery, external battery, till Vx the diode is not conducting. So across the diode, will I get Vx? Those
Yes,
who are
sir.
not, yeah, those who find it difficult, again I explain. Suppose I apply V equal to 0.7 volts. Example I'm telling, and say the barrier potential is 0.7 volts. Barrier potential is 0.7 volts. Now, when I apply 0 to 0.7, will the diode conduct?
No.
No. So what happens to the applied potential? What happens to the applied potential? Suppose I apply 0.3. If the diode is not conducting, okay, I'll make it. See, let me draw it like this. I have a component, again, just to I have a component, just to make you understand, I'm explaining all these things. Okay, suppose this is 0.3. Okay, say this is a switch. This is a switch or some component or some device which is not conducting. So if it is not conducting, can I replace this component by open circuit? If it is not on, or if it is not conducting, if current is not flowing through this,
Yes,
can I
sir.
take it as an open circuit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If I apply 0.3 to an open circuit, what is the voltage across this open circuit?
0.3.
Will it,
Sir, it
won't
would
it
be
be
0.
0.3?
Yes, sir.
Because the device is connected or the component is connected across this 0.3 parallel. We know across any this thing, parallel this thing connection, if we have, the voltage remains same. Am I correct? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yes.
if I apply 0.7 and the diode is not conducting, what is the voltage across the diode? If I apply 0.7 and the diode is not conducting, it is off, then what is the voltage across the diode?
Sir, point
0.7.
0.7,
0.7.
because the diode is not conducting, open. It is open. Ideally speaking, open circuit. So the diode equivalent will be, what should I write here? I'll erase this to make you understand. I'll erase this and I'll write, what should I write here? 0.7 volts. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is this much clear? Okay. Once I cross 0.7, I will make it 0.8. What you are getting now? Am I getting some current when I make it 0.8?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I will make it 0.9. I will make it 0.9. Will I get some current again? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So how the device is behaving now? When I make it 0.8, I'm getting current. When I'm applying 0.9, again, I'm getting current. But if I try to plot this variation, if I try to plot this variation, 0.8, 0.9, 1, I'm getting a linear variation. Means how the device is behaving.
Resistor.
Resistance.
Resistor. So can I replace diode by a resistor now?
Yes, sir.
So this is, say, resistance R. This is R. But since I forward biased the diode, I'll take it as RF. Is it equivalent of the diode under forward bias condition?
Yes, sir.
No response.
So the graph is following.
Huh?
The graph is following the diode curve.
Exactly. That is what I want to convey here. So when I vary the voltage across the diode and plot the variation, this variation, whatever I have plotted, right? For that, I have written the electrical equivalent. Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You find it difficult, please ask. You find it difficult, please ask.
So can you repeat it once more?
Okay. See, if I apply a potential V less than Vx, the device is off. So say suppose I'll erase this. These are all new concepts and you really find it difficult. I understand. For that reason, practically I'm trying to explain. But you must concentrate. Unless you focus, you may not follow. Okay. What I'm trying to say here is, suppose I take a diode. Okay. I'll draw it in such a way that easily you can follow. I take a diode. Okay. I apply, say, 0.3 volts to this. The diode Vx, let me write it here. The diode Vx is 0.7. What is this Vx? What is this Vx? You must remember this, all these things. What is Vx?
Barrier potential.
Barrier potential. Barrier potential. So if I apply 0.3, will the diode conduct?
No, sir.
No. So can I just erase this? Can I just take it out if the diode is not conducting? Means if current is not flowing through the device, can I just take it out?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the voltage across these two terminals now? If I measure,
0.3.
if I measure the voltage across these two terminals, will it be 0.3?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. I make it 0.4. What to get here?
0.4.
0.4. I make it 0.7. What to get here?
0.7.
0.7. So let me erase this now. So what we understand here is when I vary the potential from 0 to 0.7 across the diode, what we are getting? We are getting a variation 0 to 0.7 as it is. No change. Whatever external battery potential we are applying, same voltage we are getting across the diode. The voltage remains unchanged. Am I correct? Am
Yes,
I
sir.
correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That means when I apply 0.7, if I'm getting this maximum 0.7, can I replace it by a battery 0.7 diode? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, my question is, after 0.7, if I make it 0.8, will the device conduct? Will the diode turn on?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. So will I get 0.8? No, I may not get it behaves as this thing, resistor. When I apply 0.8, current is going to flow through this, right? Say 0.1 milliamp current is going to flow through this. And same 0.8 I am getting. The device is on now. The device is on, conducting, right? I'll just erase this 0 to 0.8. I'll make it 0.8, just 0.8. Okay. So when I'm applying 0.8, I'm getting 0.1 milliamps of current because the device has turned on, but the voltage I'm getting 0.8. If I make it 0.9, again the device is on, conducting, I'm going to get 0.9 volts. The current changes to 0.2 milliamps. Means what? You just see current is changing, voltage also this across this diode is changing. Means what? It is behaving as a resistor.
Yes.
Yes. So once it crosses 0.8, I'm sorry, 0.7, the same device is acting as a resistor. So if you ask me to model this entire variation from 0 to say 1 volt, how you are going to model it? So I will say 0 to 0.8, the diode is not conducting. So the voltage across the diode remains constant at 0.7. And once it crosses 0.7 till 1 volt, the same device is behaving as a resistor. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if you ask me electrical equivalent of the diode, right? Practically, if you ask me the electrical equivalent of the diode, practically it will be am I correct?
Yes, sir.
If I ask you theoretically, ideally,
RF is 0.
RF is 0. Good. Okay. One fellow says RF is 0, ideally. Okay. So your circuit will be like this. RF is 0. So I short circuit this. RF is 0. Just a minute. Just a minute. Hello. Hello. Yes. Somebody told me
Yes.
RF must be 0. So I replace it by a short. Am I correct? Short circuit. So
Yeah.
ideally, is it like this?
Yes.
Yes.
According to me, ideally it will be like this. I'm not going to use any component. Why?
Because even like it is also
Others,
flowing
others,
through the Vx part.
okay. Others can try to answer this question. Ideally, I will just replace it by a short diode. Why?
Sir, but if that's the case, then the graph will just flatline.
Graph variation later we'll see. Ideally speaking, I say I short it. Just apply a potential, I just short it. Don't you expect the device? Hello? Yeah. Don't you expect the device to conduct as soon as we apply potential, say 0.1?
Yes, sir.
Practically, it is not happening. I understand. But ideally speaking, don't we expect the device to conduct as soon as we apply 0.1, 0.2, 0.3?
Yes, sir.
So the diode has to conduct as soon as we apply potential. It is not happening, but ideally speaking, I am expecting this from the diode. I apply potential, the diode has to conduct. Practically, it is not happening. Practically, we are getting Vx because there is a barrier. Initially, there is a barrier. We found there is a barrier. We have to overcome the barrier. So the minimum requirement to overcome the barrier is Vx, right? Apart from this, once it overcomes the barrier, we find the variation is exponential actually, but we approximately take it as linear variation and draw a resistor. Actually, the variation is like this. Am I correct? This was our variation. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what I did, I drew a tangent to this. And approximately I've taken this variation as linear. Is it fine?
Sir, the ideal condition I didn't get. How
Ideal
did
condition,
you?
ideal condition is, okay, I take a device, I take diode and say I am giving 0 volt. So the diode is not conducting because I am not applying any battery potential. But as soon as I apply 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, what do you expect from the diode ideally?
It will conduct.
To start conduct.
To
it
start
has-
conducting.
It has to start conducting. Means the diode must turn it on. It's like, say, from you people, I give, say, 5 questions. Ideally, I'm expecting each one of you to answer all the 5 perfectly. You have to score 20 out of 20. Ideally speaking, all students, 200 students or 250 students in the teams must score 20 out of 20. But will it happen? Will it happen? Not possible. Correct?
Yes,
So,
sir.
Sir, but short circuit, how does it ideally portray a diode?
okay, it's as simple as this. I'll just erase this 0.1 and okay, I'm going to use a diode. Okay. So I apply 0.1. I'm expecting the diode to conduct. Immediately it has to conduct. So this is expectation. This is not actual. Expectation from the diode is this. So I'll just erase this diode. If the diode conducts, ideally speaking, can I replace it by a short circuit? Because current is going to flow through this. Yes or no?
Sir, but short circuit. Okay.
Short circuit in the sense, I'll just draw the variation and show so that you can understand what I'm trying to explain here. If I take x-axis as V, y-axis as I. So when V is 0, I am expecting the diode to conduct. Means the variation I am expecting from the diode is like this. Current must shoot up. I apply 0.1, the current must shoot up. Like this. This is the expectation. This is 100% not going to happen. But this is our expectation. The diode has to conduct as soon as we apply 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, some voltage.
Sir,
Okay. Okay. Now,
Sir.
practice.
Sir, but by the time you reach 0.7, 0.8, it will start conducting. But in the short circuit one, it won't. No matter
No,
how
no, no.
much.
What happens is once it starts conducting at 0.1, you try to increase the voltage 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, it won't happen because it has already shot up. Across a shot up this thing, what is the voltage? What is the voltage across the device if the current shoots up? I take a short circuit. What is the voltage potential difference between these two terminals?
It still remains 0.1.
Zero, no. It is not 0.1 also. It is zero.
Ha.
See,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you
Got.
short circuit it will be zero, no?
Yes.
Yes. That's why in the variation I have drawn it like this. At zero, the current shoots up. So if at 0.1, if the device conducts, if current starts flowing, right, and that current is constant current, means infinite, it is actually tending to infinity, which is not possible. Short circuit means what? Current tends to infinity, voltage drops to zero. This is what you have learned in 12th, no?
Yes, sir, I understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But this won't happen. Practically what happens? Diode takes certain time. Time in the sense, it requires certain voltage before it starts conducting. Correct? What is that voltage? That voltage is Vx. Is it okay? So
Yes.
till we reach Vx, the diode is not conducting. So what should I do now? I have to take out this diode. In place of diode, can I draw Vx, a battery now? Can I draw it Vx here?
Yes, sir.
Diode is not conducting. All of you getting it now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. My question, at this point Vx, if current shoots up like this, just like earlier this thing. Now can you draw equivalent of this?
Sir, I think it's the one that you had earlier drawn for ideal.
Exactly. So the diode is it is not going to conduct till Vx. And after that, the current shoots up. Means resistance is zero. Resistance is zero. Will it be like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, third possibility, actual variation. Exponentially we get if I approximately take it like this. Can we draw electrical equivalent of this now? Till Vx, the diode is not conducting. After Vx, it is behaving as, am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. So there are three cases. This is ideal case. Ideal means at zero, the current shoots up. This is practical case. Practical, but not perfect. What I am trying to draw here is at Vx, the current shoots up. So it is not a perfect variation. So I have drawn it like this. And the third one is almost a perfect variation, practical case, almost tending towards diode characteristics. The third one. Okay. Why I say it is almost tending towards diode characteristics? Why it is still not perfect? Anybody?
So because we are taking the tangent to the curve and not the curve itself.
Exactly. We are taking the tangent to the curve. Okay. So this model of diode, technically there is a name given to this. The name given to this model, the last one, we call it piecewise linear model. Piecewise linear model of diode. Piecewise linear model of diode.
So,
Yes.
so when it is behaving as a resistor, is that a practical case?
It's a practical case, no? Because actually the variation is like this, exponential. But I have drawn a tangent and approximately I have treated this exponential variation as a linear variation. If it is a linear variation, then the same device, it is behaving as what? Is it not acting as a resistor now?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes, that is what I'm trying to explain here. Now, why we call it piecewise linear model? Anybody? Why it is called piecewise linear model? Just look at the curve and tell me. This exponential variation has splitted into two parts till Vx. Has splitted this variation into two pieces, I can say. Till Vx, the diode is not conducting. It is Vx. And after that, I have taken linear variation. So can I call it piecewise linear model?
Yes, sir.
That's why. Why linear? Because after Vx, I have taken linear. I have not taken exponential. Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, many of you may be wondering, why should we scratch our head or spoil our head with this? Why should I draw what I can say a model, diode model? Why it is required? Why device model is required? Anybody in the class?
So to understand the practical application of everything.
Okay. Suppose
Sir, for calculation.
I give, say, a circuit like this. 2 volts diode, 1 kilo ohm, 2 kilo ohm, 3 kilo ohm, 4 kilo ohm, and ask you to find the voltage across this. What will you do? In 12th standard, you have done Kirchhoff's voltage law, Kirchhoff's current law. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Will you use Kirchhoff's voltage and current law to calculate the voltage across this 3 kilo ohms? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
we
sir.
will.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now to apply Kirchhoff's voltage or current law, are you finding any obstacle or any issues in the circuit?
Sir, the diode.
What to do with this diode when we apply Kirchhoff's voltage law?
Sir, assume it's ideal. Assume.
So we can
that
break
it
it
is
down
ideal.
into a battery and a resistance.
Suppose I say, take a practical diode and do it. I want what is the voltage across 3 kilo ohms. Calculate and tell me. What will you do? Can I replace diode by this model, linear, piecewise linear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Once we replace it by linear model, can we apply Kirchhoff's voltage and current law?
Yes, sir.
So what is the use of modeling a device? Anybody in the class?
Sir, in order to calculate voltage against them in a circuit.
Okay.
Like so we can apply the Kirchhoff's law. So we can, to make it more suitable, to apply the laws and get a more accurate result.
Exactly.
Easy representation.
So in short, can I say to do circuit analysis?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So to analyze any circuit where you find a diode, this model really helps you. Is it clear? So we model a device to do circuit analysis so that we can apply any laws, Kirchhoff's voltage, current law. In later part, I'm going to apply something called Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem, node voltage analysis, mesh current analysis. So many analysis you can do. Okay. So, but to do that, we must be in a position to apply. We can't straight away take any circuit and apply Kirchhoff's current and voltage law. You find a device here where you don't know what to do. How much current is flowing through the device? What is the voltage across the? We don't know anything. For that, we just replace it by a linear model. A linear model. Now,
What is the
yeah.
diode? consists of a battery also, sir. Like when we were using the battery, we were attaching an external battery, right? So when we were breaking down the diode, how we were breaking down the resistor and a battery?
Here you find the diode is connected to a 2-volt battery. Am I correct? Plus minus. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Whether it is forward or reverse bias?
Forward, sir.
Forward, because P is connected to plus.
Yes, sir.
I know the diode is going to conduct. I know the diode is going to conduct. But how much requirement if a diode has to conduct? Minimum required voltage is Vx. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
And once it crosses Vx, if I apply a potential greater than Vx, I know the same device is behaving almost, not exactly, almost it is behaving as a resistor. Am I correct? So can I take out this? I know the diode is forward bias. Can I take out this and draw like this? Can I draw it like this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
the battery.
Okay. Okay. My question, from the manufacturer, if you go and buy a silicon diode, what is this Vx?
0.7.
0.7. Remember this. It is 0.7.
Sir, you had drawn the diode in forward bias earlier. If we had instead connected a reverse bias, what would have happened?
Will the circuit work under reverse bias? Will the diode conduct?
Or
No,
not?
sir.
Diode is off.
Yes, sir.
So the equivalent circuit of diode will be open.
Yes, sir.
Right? Still if you want, you can replace it by a resistor. But what will be this resistance value? I just now mentioned few minutes back. What it will be?
Infinity.
Very high.
No,
Very high.
practically.
Kilo ohm mega.
Getting it? So you can replace it by very high resistance value. Is it fine?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes. Okay. Now forward resistance will be in ohms. This will be in ohms. How will you get this? See, practically I'm telling. How will you get this? How will you get this? Maybe from the manufacturer you can get. You go and purchase a diode. They give a specification sheet. In the sheet, all these parameters will be mentioned. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. See, I'm not simply what I can say mechanically. I'm not trying to teach. I can just write this equation, just draw this piecewise linear model, and just solve a numerical and finish it off. I'm just making you to feel what is happening. Okay, so that's why I'm telling Vx. If I go and buy a silicon diode from a manufacturer, what you're going to do? You're going to check the sheet. In the sheet, it will be mentioned 0.7 volt. What is this RF value? All those things will be mentioned. Once I get that, just replace the diode in the circuit by its equivalent piecewise linear model, work it out and get the voltage. So you'll be in a better position to design a circuit. So this is actually assisting you. This is actually helping you, this model. That's why this diode model or any device model is really useful.
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, but you said this linear model is not does not completely replace diodes because it's not accurate as accurate as a diode.
Okay. So if suppose with this model, if I get across 3 kilo ohms, 1.34 volts, what to expect if I connect a diode? Actually, if you connect a diode, what you can expect? Will you get close to 1.3 volts?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is this not enough for me to design a circuit? I'm getting 1.34 volts. And actually, if I replace a diode by instead of this model, piecewise linear model, if I actually place a diode, there is a possibility I may land up with 1.3. But 1.34, is it not enough for me to design any circuit now? Am I not in a better position to design a circuit with this model?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Otherwise, is there any way to find?
Sir, in this I have a doubt though, sir, that the replacement that we made with the diode, how to know when to make with the piece wire linear model and the other practical
No,
model
no, no,
also?
no, 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 no. Piecewise linear is this ultimate model. This is the best model for the diode.
Oh, sir, so okay, got it, sir.
This is the best model. This will give high accuracy. If you get 1.34 with actual diode, you may land up with 1.31, very close to 1.34. Now, same thing if you replace it by this model. What is that? This model. This actually we call it, okay, the name I forgot to mention, this we call it constant voltage model. Constant voltage model. This we call it constant voltage. Because we have Vx, just Vx. So if you replace it, if you replace the circuit with this, what may happen is instead of 1.34, you may get 1.4 volts, 1.4 to 1.5 volts. Are you getting it? Slightly it is getting deviated from 1.3. You may not get exactly 1.3. I'm sorry, you may not get exactly 1.34. Slightly greater than that you may get. Which is better? Can you tell me now? Which is better?
Sir, piecewise.
Piecewise. Always piecewise is the best. Okay? Is it okay? When
Yes,
you solve numerical, no, this is from the examination and from the test point of view. This is from the examination and your internal assessment test. From that point of view, if RF is not given, if not given, just wait. If RF is not given in the question, neglect it. Neglect it means what? What am I supposed to use now in place of diode if RF is not given?
Constant voltage model.
Constant voltage. If RF is given, then don't neglect it. What we are supposed to use? We are supposed to use
Piecewise.
Vx and RF, both we are supposed to use. Fine? Yeah. Any issues or any doubts? You can ask.
Sir, internal assessment is of how many marks?
Internal assessment, all those details I haven't received. And this I had mentioned in the first class itself. Unless I get a confirmation, I'm not going to share it with you. Okay?
So?
Yeah.
So when we add a diode to the circuit, do we always take the potential as Vx only?
Yeah, Vx is barrier, no? Suppose
So
instead of, if I take germanium diode, then what should I do?
Sir.
What should I do? How much should I take?
0.3 volt.
0.3. So what is actually Vx? Anybody?
So the barrier potential, right?
Means what? Means what?
The minimum potential to require to overcome.
Minimum required potential to turn on the diode. That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
So that will be your Vx, right? So in I forgot to mention in the text this Vx or in the notes it is V gamma like this. Notation used in the text is V gamma, V suffix gamma, and they call it cut-in potential. Barrier potential they call it cut-in potential. What is this cut-in potential? The potential after this V gamma is what is this cut-in potential? How you are going to define? The potential at which the diode starts conducting. The potential at which the diode starts conducting. So after this, the current shoots up. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what I am planning to do here is, after this, okay, can somebody share your mobile number with me?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? Who is
Yes,
heading
sir.
the team? Who is heading the team? The entire team, team 1?
Chaitra ma'am.
That hasn't been decided.
You
That
haven't
hasn't been
decided.
appointed.
Okay.
There's no
Somebody
CR.
has to, yeah. Because if I want to convey something, somebody must come forward and let me know.
Sir, somebody already sent you a number in the chat box.
Sir, I'll take the
Okay.
responsibility.
On
Sir, I'll take the
WhatsApp, on
responsibility.
WhatsApp I received. Is that the number you're telling?
Yes, it's WhatsApp number.
Okay. What I'm planning to do is maybe in the file section of the team, parallelly to him also, I will send some problems on this. Can you sit and solve? Will you try?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I'll send some problems on this. I want each one of you to sit and solve. Okay. If you can't solve, I'm going to help you. I'm going to solve it. But I want your efforts, because
Sir.
after this much of explanation, I'm expecting you to solve all those problems. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you share your WhatsApp number so we can send you doubts?
I've already shared, no?
Sir, I think I missed it.
Okay. I will put it in the Teams timeline. I will just post a message.
Okay,
there I
sir.
will mention. Okay. In the timeline, Teams timeline. Anyhow, so I am expecting you to solve numericals with this much explanation. I think I have spent around 2-3 hours on diode. Only the physics part. I have not yet come to the application part. Only the physics part I have explained. So after spending 2-3 hours, and I have given a clear concept what is happening when we apply external battery potential to a diode. So I want you to solve numericals, maybe around 3-4 numericals I am going to post. Each one of you must sit and solve. At least you try. Because if I solve it right now, mechanically you will solve. You're not going to use your brain.
So would you be sending a formula sheet also, which you were mentioning
Formula sheet
about
also,
before?
yes. Once I get that also, I will share. So you can just refer the formula sheet and try to solve the numericals which I have posted. Okay. But it requires little effort. You have to use your brain. Simply you can't solve. Okay. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, but
So my next class, straight away, I am going to start applications of diode. Right? So I am interested in this actually. Applications where we can use diodes. Okay. So this will be a very interesting topic, application. Because once we know the characteristics, once we know diode equivalent circuit, once we know the resistance of the diode, once we understand, okay, after certain voltage, the current shoots up, and we can't apply any potential to a diode or any, we can't connect any battery to a diode and expect the diode to work. Right? How to protect a diode in a circuit, all those explanation I've already given now. So with this next class, straight away, I'm going to explain I'm going to take up some applications of diode. Okay. Is it fine?
Sir, will these problems be available in the team files as well?
Yes. I'll make sure.
Okay.
And parallelly, I will send it to that fellow on WhatsApp. Okay. Yeah. Is it fine? Shall we wind up now?
Yes.
It's,
Yes, sir.
yeah, it's 11:30. We'll wind up. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.